transcript. I don't feel confident at all about getting into the college that I'm wanting to, simply because, you know, they're going to look at my college grades, and, you know, I can't say that I did the best of my ability, but, you know, I did do a lot of playing around. I don't take this college seriously. I really don't. Don't ask me why. I know I should. Believe me, I know I should. I should be responsible, you know, and take this very seriously. But for some reason, I just don't. So now I'm on the way to, if you've seen the first video, I mentioned a crazy girl. I will say her first name. Her first name is also the same as my mom's name. Her name is Amy. And but I'm going to her house because I am also her tutor. I tutor her in math. And so yeah, like I said, I don't feel confident about getting into that college at all. I'm hoping that if it's God's will, that God will put it in their hearts to be like Ryan Marlin. It sounds like a kid we need to talk to, and I'm so hoping for that, because if they just talk to me and get to know me, they will see that, you know, I am wanting to be a pilot. I just feel like I have more passion than anybody else about flying. You know, they always say that you have to be smart to be a pilot, but you do, but at the same time you don't, because, you know, if you get up in the plane and you start flying and you take hold and you just become one with that plane, you can do anything with confidence, and no one's gonna keep me grounded. I'm meant to fly, but you know, if they don't let me in, I'll try again, and I'll keep trying, and I'm definitely gonna be taking my next semester of community college a lot more serious, because I'll be getting back into a math class, and I will, you know, I just want to get better grades. I'm tired of being seen as average, you know, but, so yeah, I'm on the way to tutor, and it's about getting close to 1:30 right now. And I don't know, I'm just checking in, I guess. I told you guys I was gonna see you in between my transcripts and work, so yeah. And you might get to see this Amy girl. We will see. But until then, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna listen to some music. Probably Christmas music. And Christmas music is okay, because what is Christmas all about? Yes, Jesus. But it's also fun to get gifts. But it sucks having to buy them, especially whenever you're a college student with no money. Alright, so I was just listening to the How the Grinch Stole Christmas soundtrack, and one of the songs is Where Are You Christmas? And it's saying, I can't remember her name, something, Taylor Momsen is her name. If you look her up, you'll see that she's also the lead singer of The Pretty Reckless. Okay, this is the same girl that played Cindy Lou Who. Alright, if you go check her out, I still am in awe of where she was and where she is now. I mean, I have to admit, she's a pretty good looking woman, but the thing is, I didn't realize how young she was, and if you look at her band members, they are easily twice her age. I mean, no offense to any of them. I listened to three of their main hit singles, and they're actually pretty good. I actually like them. If I still listen to secular music, I would definitely have them on my Zune right now. But she has become so talented, and I read up on bios and whatnot, and I'm still in awe of how this little innocent girl, Cindy Lou Who, is now 17 years old and is playing for this heavy rock band that I definitely admire and respect. I think they're a great band. I don't know. I'm always I'm not saying that women can't take care of themselves at all whenever I say what I'm about to say, but it always does worry me to see one woman in a band full of guys. You know, guys are naturally, it's obvious and it is a fact that sex is on their mind most of the time. Why? I could probably go into details as to why, but, that should be obvious. It's just kind of sad, though, that guys are like that. And a lot of guys are what I call beefheads, which is, a beefhead to me is a male, or female for that matter, whom this person is interested in only themselves, who goes after certain desires, such as sexual desires, drug desires, any type of desires that is pleasing them but hurting others. That, to me, is a beefhead. They're out for themselves. And I'm not saying that anybody in that band is a beefhead at all. I'm probably getting myself in trouble. But, I want to touch on this racy subjects, But, it just always worried me to see one woman in an all-male band. Bands like Flyleaf, Paramore, The Letter Black, or, what's the other one? It's right there. I can't think of it. But, another, Firefly was the other one. These are all bands with lead singers that are women, and they're great bands. I personally think that they're great bands. But they're also all Christian. And yes, even Paramore is a Christian band. But the secular bands with lead singers in them that are women, I'm not saying that this always happens, but it does scare me, because I guess you could say I'm sort of a womanist. I think women are great, and I think men should respect them a lot more than what we do. Men are the protectors, are the servers, and also the leaders. We are there to help them whenever they need help. Not force help on them, but whenever we see that they need help, we should be there for them. We should definitely respect them. I come from the South, and I like to think that I have Southern respect, which is saying yes ma'am, no sir, knowing how to set a table the right way. I'm not saying that if you're from the North you don't have these manners as well, but in the South it just seems like it's more in your upbringing as a child to have those manners and respect for elders and whatnot, and especially for women, because it just ticks me off to no end to know that a man is beating a woman or using that woman for sexual desires or anything like that. No man or woman should ever be used for any other person's personal gain. That's just wrong. That's just how I am. If you agree, hit the like button, thumbs up. But, it was just something I was thinking about, because, seeing this precious, adorable girl, I remember watching it in theater, Cindy Lou Who, I knew I was a little bit older than her. I didn't know how old, but I always thought she was cute. And then she grows up, and now she's in this band, and she seems like a very strong, independent woman, and I have no doubt that she can handle her own. I don't know. If anybody is also naturally scared, I don't know if I would say scared, but naturally, having conscious thoughts about certain things in those certain situations, you have to wonder, what's going on behind the scenes. I've always been interested into knowing what's happening in every band's behind the scenes. I want to know who they are, even the Christian bands. One of my favorite pastors, Damon Thompson, he has even said many times that even secular bands are more Christian than the Christian bands, and that's pathetic. And I wish there was some way I could spend a day with each of my Christian bands that I listen to find out who they really are. Even the secular bands like Puddle of Mud, I know that they at least believe in God because they talk about God. And believe it or not, Chevelle even started out as a Christian band. Their first record was more about religious things than any of the records have been. And maybe then I would feel more comfortable to listening to secular bands again if I knew who they were. I know that they probably connect with their fans and stuff at the tours and at the concerts, but what about the people who don't go to the concerts? I have yet to go to a concert yet. I guess you could say my first concert was for Chris August, and he's just a single Christian artist, and I think he's phenomenal. I think he's really good. But it was also at another church, and there's no mosh pits. I love mosh pits. I would love to be in one. So I guess you could say that's my first concert, and I don't know. I guess I will consider my first concert to be the concert of my favorite band. So, and my favorite Christian band right now is probably This Beautiful Republic. If you don't know who they are, I will try to put a link in my let's see, everybody has their own little name for the drop-down box. Like the Shadeshards have my pants. I'll call it my jacket, because all you see usually is my head. And what's after the head is the torso. So that's my jacket. And this is my new jacket that I got for Christmas. So yeah. So I'll try to put a link for This Beautiful Republic in my jacket. And if you guys like them, they're really anointed. Also, two other great bands. I used to not like screamo at all. And one of my friends, he introduced me to this band called Oh Sleeper, and oh my gosh, not only are they anointed like no other, but man, the way that they perform and the way that they are, it's just awesome. And yeah, they're sort of a screamo band, but if you look them up on YouTube and look up their lyrics and stuff, you'll see that they're worth trying to get into. And another band that I found was I Am Alpha and Omega, and they're another great heavy rock band that they also scream. But one of their songs that I like that they don't scream in is called Chasing. It's off of their new album. I forget what it's called. But